Good morning, good morning. Today we're going to be taking a look at XRP, some Bitcoin, and some Sigma coin. So, all right, jumping into XRP, we are just cooking along. So you can see from our video yesterday, we have now closed the candle from yesterday. This is our new one starting up here. So this will, change color, green and red in length as the next 3 days play out. This one will close on the 10th. But so far, nothing has deviated. We're looking great. So we have this one oversold conditions for this purple candle. Moving up to these next two candles are both higher, and we're approaching the 50-yard line as we pass through this area. That's when a potential explosion to the upside occurs. In addition to that, here is this green section, and now the green is actually separating and moving upward. And this guy is still well above the 50-yard line with a little bit of a take back, but this is because this candle is so new. It may not print this way by the time we're done in the next 48, 72 hours. So still expecting targets to push up to the 260, and that is great news. So jumping over to Bitcoin, Bitcoin has also completed its candle close. So now it's moving into the next candle after the completion of the green, and we have above moving higher and green. So all that looks great for Bitcoin, and you can see again that these times for Bitcoin on the 6-day candles tend to run for about 90 days roughly. There you go. There's 108 days there, and then this next run right here ended up being about 114, and this guy was a little bit shorter, I believe, around 90 or so. Let's see here. Nope, right around that same range. So 108. So if that's the case and we're able to get a nice good impulse, we could see this running all the way until March, April. So this is April 19th. Based off the average of these runs prior. So yeah, April 19th could be a very, very good time. Somewhere in between, the end of March, early April should be kind of the finishing pinnacle for this larger swing trade. So we have that all looking great and moving forward. So jumping over to XRP, we have two different, decisions on what we're doing. So we have the jump across the creek where we just go and we get up here per this schematic. And then we have this other schematic where we run it in, and there is a back test that occurs before the breakout, and that is also a potential that could play out here. So in this scenario right now, when we zoom in on the shorter time frames, we can see that we have a nice little bull flag forming here on this pullback. Even shorter time frames, you can see that it's looking like we're setting higher lows so far. We may still sweep in and come down to this region. Thing that does strike me as a potential area is this right here, back down to $1.94. This inefficiency may be closed potentially, so just keep an eye out on that, and that would line up with the schematic here where we end up coming back down and back testing into that region before sending. So just something to keep in mind, but as of right now, I'm not super concerned as long as higher lows are continually set on the price action. So what we'll be looking for is that each of these lows becomes more and more and more higher, and we don't have really a lot of cross happening over here. So right now, if you were running a stop, this would be where you'd put a stop loss in on the coin, and if you were really aggressive, you would have put it up here, been stopped out, and then looking for your secondary entry below that price. So but as of right now, that would probably be the best spot for it, but we're doing a larger swing trade, and this is a very clear impulsive wave 1, wave 2, and now we're in wave 3. This is probably 4, and we'll squeeze up into the 5th. So jumping over to liquidity, you can see here on the 24-hour, big old shorts showed up to the party at 242. So we'll see if they decide to become the fuel for the next advancement as time passes. So we have that happening. And Sigma, same exact setup here, right? So we've had two beautiful impulses off the lows. We've now been securing this level here, and we're going to be looking at a 3-day continuation to the upside as Sigma is now working off the lows, advancing, and starting to reclaim. And again, reminders of targets here, right? 340% just to a retrace, not even expecting a new high, right? And then you got your prior all-time high at 12,974. I'm sorry, this is 618. If we get to the prior all-time high, you're looking at 17x. Then you got a 128x to this 1618, and then there's even higher targets beyond that could start playing out where the coin moves into the billions. So that'd be nice. But right now we're just saying like, hey, can we just get a retrace? And if you can at minimum get a retrace up to 430, or sorry, up to the 618, that would give you 440% potential return, not bad. So yeah, that's what we're looking at here today. And Sigma's looking like we're finally seeing a reversion or a switch up here on the price action of a year-long drawdown. Liquidity shows that we do have some cannon fodder to the upside. And when we zoom out on the monthly, you can see that we have a ton still to the upside that's sitting here. This is just the short-term time frames. So the monthly, look at that right there. See 250, easy. And then finally, jumping back over to the coins, we have potential bull flag formation here on the shorter time frames, a larger creek where we're either going to shoot up to the top of the range or we're going to have to do a back test. And lastly, Bitcoin has printed the green candle we wanted to see. XRP has been printing the green candles we wanted to see here with this indicator. And finally, the stablecoin dominance from yesterday's video has been telling us that it's being switched out from stables into crypto. Really would like to see this red separate here, very similar to like right here. And if we can get that red to separate, that would be huge, because then we know that we have this huge rundown, and that would be like your April through June window, or possibly even your September through December window, as it was just getting started through that December of last year run that we had in XRP specifically that was just massive. So we're just barely starting, guys. So the indicators are all looking great, and we'll let you know if anything changes, but otherwise all systems are a go. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and we'll check in tomorrow.